Well, let's find out the answer and more about key points of W20 conference. Joining us live with W20 Indonesia, the chairman of W20 Indonesia, Ibu Hadriani Uli Silalahi in Manokwari. Oh, now in Medan, Ibu Uli. Hi, Ibu Uli. Sorry.
Hi.
Hi, how
Hi,
are you?
Marisa
Thank you
and
for joining us.
Shahman. Thank you. Yes. I'm the chairwoman, not chairman.
All right,
Chairwoman.
Chairwoman. All right, of course,
Right.
of course, Ibu Uli.
Okay.
Now, Mbak Uli, the conference that was held in Manokwari highlighted the efforts to encourage rural women with disabilities. Now, please tell us more about this advocacy.
Regarding the market quarry, right? Okay.
Yes.
So thank you so much. And then I'm really proud. So because it's really an honor for me to be here with you all. And then regarding the Manokwari, actually we have the team in rural women and disabilities, and then this is to be our legacy for the presidency of this year for the Indonesia presidency. And then actually I just want to inform to you all because we just know that almost 30 million people in Indonesia actually with disabilities. And then we account for more than 14% of the whole population. It means in the world is about 43%. So the global labor force in agriculture and rural women, this is their potential is huge. It would be a step back for a country if they don't provide them with the right tools so they can flourish, right? So this is really it's important to promote the productivity in terms of how we bring people with disabilities and of course the rural women to contribute to the economy. We learned from the many mama, we call mama in Papua, yeah, in the Manokwari, produce things to sell such as art and crafts, and also food and clothing. And however, they lack access in information and how to promote, how to market beyond their neighborhood. So we found that the most powerful tool to realize their participation in the economic is through enabling education and digitalization. So W20 encourages collaboration between government, private sector, and organizations to find the right program as an enabler to the communities.
Right. So there are many challenges faced by women which can prevent them from actively participating in the economy. Now, women with disabilities potentially or tend to face higher rates of stigmatization and discrimination. So what sort of challenges do they face? And what kind of actions or steps are the G20 leaders are planning to take to solve the issues or the challenges that these women face?
Okay, so actually, as you know that our summit will be on the next month, and then the same of their they still have actually we have the same face the discrimination actually. So that's why we would like to bring this one to coming out to more to they just react because as you know that all the things that still happen. So actually we have the 4 priorities issues, but this one is the the 3 priorities issues actually is already coming from the others year before. But this one is new. So we believe that the G20 must bring the concrete action for this.
I see. All right, so Mbak Uli, when we talk about rural women, especially those with disabilities, they might need more time to achieve the target of this advocacy or this initiative or program.
Right.
So how much time do you think that will be needed for this program to reach the goal?
Well, it's it's a really difficult answer, right? So, but actually, that's you know that the G20 or W20 is actually we just make the regulation to have the global, right? So we hope that from this the result of or the we hope we have our declaration about this. So it means our commitment for the like regarding this discrimination for the disabilities. It is a hard. Actually, even the leaders of G20 might not have. Yeah, so this is the G20 leaders. It will be on the next November, but
Okay.
that's why we have to move together. So because we know that it's not easy, but
Yeah.
I believe that if we are strong together, and then with the all that communities,
Okay.
and we believe we can our goals and our aims to be our dream actually is coming true. Yeah.
Right. So the W20 is part of the Indonesian G20 Sherpa track, which was established or set up in 2015 that focuses on issues about women's development, inclusive growth, gender equality, and cooperation in the global economy. So what programs have been implemented so far?
Mauli, are we still connected? Okay. So I think we're disconnected to Mauli. Let's try to connect with Mauli again. Mauli, can you hear us? All right. All right.
All right. I think we're still trying to connect with Mauli, who is actually joining us from Medan, because she's been doing this tour, especially leading up to the G20. But talking about women's issues, this is definitely a very, very important issue because when it comes to gender, sometimes when you talk about gender equality, it's actually not about gender equality itself. It's just about asking the same right, whatever your gender is.
That's true.
It's actually something that shouldn't be asked. It should be something that is already there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hi, Mauli.
You're back, Mauli.
Yes, sorry.
No
It's okay,
worries. That's the thing about internet connection nowadays. Anyway, I will just repeat the question that I asked earlier, Mauli. So the W20 or Women 20 is part of the Indonesian G20 Sherpa track. It was established or set up in 2015. It focuses on issues about women's development, inclusive growth, gender equality, and cooperation in the global economy. So what programs have been implemented so far?
Okay. All right. So actually, as we know that we are focused in 4 priorities issues, right? So we have the number 1 regarding the health and discrimination, and then of course the inclusive economy, and also the rural women and rural women and disabilities. So yes, the gender equality should be the normal norms given to women by default. So we have 4, that's I already mentioned that regarding for the priority issues. Yeah. So we hope that we see the discrimination and economic inclusion of women and on MSMEs has been already highlighted with the previous of W20 before. But these issues are presenting and still need to be addressed. And then we emphasize the need of fair and discrimination of women and labor, while also recognizing the power of women MSMEs for the economic growth country. So ending into the first 2 issues that the ensure W20 address inclusivity, we also an emerging and contextual issues like health issues are important also since they're aligned with the G20 countries concerned in the current situation. So for the G20 Indonesia, put health architecture are as one of the 3 main focuses. So we want to make sure that W20's focus aligned with the presidency. So as I mentioned that before, that rural women and women with disabilities are contextual issues in Indonesia. And we recognize the big percentage of the community that already mentioned before. therefore empower and enabling the must be included on the G20 declaration, which is on the next of November.
Okay.
So true, we want to ensure that the G20 countries and also correlates with this by ending digital and climate mitigation to the discussion. So these four issues address our focus in increasing women participants in the economy, women at the center of the recovery,
Okay.
and to benefit and be part of the sustainable and inclusive growth.
Okay, inclusivity is the main agenda. Now,
Right. Yes.
Mbak Uli, W20 vision does not only tackle women's issues, as you mentioned before, but also promotes exotic sites in Indonesia as well. Now, this includes Indonesia's priority tourism destination. Now, how does the W20 promote local tourism? Can you please explain to us a little bit more about this?
All right, thank you. So as you know that like now I just on the way to Medan from the Lake Toba.
Okay.
So why we choose Lake Toba? Because as you know that Lake Toba is after the Bali, we would like to another Bali, right?
Oh, okay.
So we would like to make another Bali,
Another Bali.
destination is not only Bali. So we choose, as you know, that priority for the tourism, Indonesia tourism is the, after Bali is the Lake Toba. So that's why we would like to have the summit in Lake Toba. So although that's why I just make sure on the line and everything, it should be right. So we like to show to the world that Indonesia is not only Bali, but we have also in Lake Toba and also Manokwari and also Batu, and even though in Likupang, North Sulawesi. Yeah.
Right. And speaking of the summit, what will be the key points that will be discussed in the summit, Mbak Uli?
Right. Yeah. So the summit will be held by next month.
Okay.
And then the summit we are talking about all the things that the main things we should have our aim for this Indonesia W20, we should have the make to declaration, because the last declaration for the women W20 is on the Australia on the Brisbane, so means it's on 2015. So our target, we are together with the W20 countries, we would like to have our declaration should put in on the G20 leaders on the November. This is we are together with the W20 countries to make sure that W20 communique will be go inside in the G20 leaders.
I see. All right. Thank you so much for sharing with us this morning.
Thank
Mbak
you.
Uli. Thank you for your
Thank you.
time. Now, good
Right.
luck. Bye. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank
Take care.
Bye. Yes.
All right.